Well, this is a very different event for us this year. The first time ever that we've done an annual awards ceremony on Zoom. This is being filmed purely for one reason. We have this wonderful thing called coronavirus and the pandemic, and we had a brief chat with the management committee only the other day, and we decided, look, who knows when we're going to be starting the season in fullness. Let's at least give nominations and awards to the people who thoroughly deserve them from the 2019-2020 season. So this is what it's all about. Stockport Volleyball Club, affectionately known as the Sport. I think the reality, and I'm sure everybody always says this, but the reality is all our members deserve an award if we were to give such a thing, purely because everybody's had a fantastic year in the last 12 months. If you look at some of our key accolades, I think we were in a really good position to finish second. Obviously, the algorithm didn't put us as second, but we were confident we would have been runners up to Leeds in the NBL Men in Division 1 in our inaugural season. Then that was cut short. Our women did phenomenally well. They won the Women's Greater Manchester Volleyball Association League. So champions in their first proper season in that league. And as a result of that, we're obviously looking forward with great interest and ambition to their first performances in the National Volleyball League. We enter Division 3 North this year, and we can't wait to get stuck in. And then our academy were great. We performed well in the National Cup. We even got to the final eights, which would have been playing at the National Volleyball Centre in Kettering. But again, that was cut short because of the coronavirus and the pandemic. But we're going to give out some awards now. Not the same as doing it face-to-face, and not the same as doing it in one big award ceremony like we used to doing. But at least it does give some recognition and hopefully give something for the members to watch while they're at home. We're really pleased that we are continuing to play volleyball, albeit we're following the rule of 6 at the moment, especially for the adults. But I think we're controlling what we can to the best of our ability, but we can't wait to get back to normal things. So we're going to give out a variety of awards. I will give out a number, but then you'll hear from the people far more important than me, the people who actually do it on the court. The coaches and the players will be making some of the bigger awards announcements. So the likes of Coaches Player of the Year, the likes of Players Player of the Year, they will be announced by the respective coaches and players, and you'll be hearing from them shortly, along with a wee bit of humour as well. As far as the academy is concerned, are as follows. Here we go. So we'll start with the Chairman's Player of the Season. Chairman's Player of the Season was relatively easy for me. As I say, we got through to final eights, first time ever in the history of Stockport Volleyball Club. But this gentleman epitomised all that's good about the club, totally committed, ever present at training, and a natural born leader. So the Chairman's Player of the Year for last season went to Dean. Congratulations, Dean. The next award that I'm going to give out is, I suppose we're going to call it the Clubman Award. So again, that's somebody, a bit like Dean, somebody who's been an ever-present, always got a smile on their face, got more than a degree of humour when they turn up for training, even combined playing with our club at training and in matches, particularly the mixed league matches in the Greater Manchester Volleyball Association. But this boy also did his GCSE and PE and chose to focus on Stockport Volleyball Club as one of his key case studies. So the Clubman of the Year for last season goes to Rio. Well done, Rio. Congratulations, sir. The other two awards that I'm going to give out before you hear from Diona is the Most Improved Player of the Year. Most Improved Player of the Year went to two people, different reasons. The title says it all, really. So Most Improved Player of the Year went to Matthew, that's Matthew H, and also to a long-standing member who we cherish within our volleyball family, Ollie Bird. So Matthew and Ollie, congratulations to you both. And the last award that I'm going to give out in the Boys Academy section is the club recognition. And club recognition is generally given to somebody that we think deserves a honorary award to be bestowed upon them, probably for long service or major accolades in terms of their achievement. And it's only natural that, again, these people got an award for the last season. I say these people because, once again, it's two people who were contenders. We couldn't split them. So the club recognition goes to Diona. Diona, who's been an ever-present and a stalwart in terms of her coaching for the boys and taking them on to their prowess within the national tournaments. So Diona, we're absolutely delighted to have you in the club, and you thoroughly deserve this award. And the other person who gets an award for club recognition under the Boys Academy is Matthew Rowe. So Matthew never fails to amaze us. Obviously, a terrific recommendation when back in time, Doncaster Volleyball Club found him on a beach and recommended he come over to Stockport to play with us. Played in the community, played in the academy, gone on to represent the region, trialled with England cadets last year, and then absolutely guaranteed a place within our NVL men and the squad for the forthcoming season. So, Matt Rowe, well done, sir. And now we'll mention the girls as well, because we're on the academy section. And as far as the academy section is concerned, less fixtures, so less awards given out, although I have to say clearly no less important to us. Very valued community within our organisation. And the only award that I'm going to be giving out there is for the Chairman's Award for the Academy Girls section. So the Chairman's Award for 2019-2020 for the girls section goes to one of our recent recruits from overseas. Performed really well when combining in a team with Frodsham in the National Cup last year. Just got absolutely the right attitude. Love having her within the club. Lots of friends already developed, and an excellent player who undoubtedly is going to go on to bigger and better things. Already trained with our NVL women's squad. So the award for the Chairman's Player of the Season for last season is Stella. Well deserved. 1, 2, 3, go.
So what I want to say about last season, even though this virus affected us all, we still managed to have a lot of good playing time during the competition, especially for under 16 boys. This was a great time for me, and I think it was a great experience for the under 16-year-old boys that play, and also even for the girls. Even the girls didn't went far in the competition with Frodsham. I think it's really important that we say congratulations to them as well, because they did really well, especially playing against the Wales national team and everything. I think everybody should be proud of what you achieve. Unfortunately, we don't know if this competition at the moment will be rescheduled or not. But what I want to say is that I'm proud of everyone who participate and who was part of the academy last year. My choice for the boys player, it's Dean. I think he was great as a captain, and he led everybody to the successful events that happened last year during this competition. I think he is a great team player, and everybody can say that. For the girls, is very good. She developed her skills so much during the short period of time that I was there and coaching her. I am really proud of everything that she achieved as well. I am glad that right now she chose to follow volleyball more and then get into volleyball. I am really, really happy with how she evolved last season. And for the player, again, Dean was chosen because of his amazing team spirit and his the way he acted as a captain, I think. I think it's very important that we keep the team together, especially during this difficult time, because it's not easy for any of us to go through what we are going right now. But I think Dean is doing a great job, and for this, I congratulate him and I thank him that he is part of this amazing club.
We're now going to go on to the awards for the women's section. So quite a few awards for this section. And the starting award that will be given out is the Chairman's Award for Player of the Season. Again, with the women winning the GMVA League last year. Difficult one to pick, but somebody that really rose to the challenge. Delighted to have her within the club. Had a good pedigree of playing volleyball for some of our neighbouring clubs before she left to perform admirably in another sport, and then has come back to us with a vengeance. And it wasn't too difficult for me in the end when I had to pick just one person. So the person who wins the award for the Chairman's Player of the Year for last season is Katie Galley. Terrific, Katie. Thoroughly well deserved. The other awards that I'll be giving out are the Club Woman of the Year. So the Club Woman of the Year, again, somebody who nothing is too much, somebody who's absolutely dedicated to the sport, dedicated to Stockport Volleyball Club, and again, a cherished member of our community. The Club Woman of the Year for last season goes to Becca. Becca, as many of you know, is our women's section club captain. And I've run out of paper in terms of writing down all the things she did to help the club out last year, all on a volunteer basis. So a thoroughly well-deserved for you here, Becca. Volunteer of the Year. Volunteer of the Year is a award that we're giving for the women's section. Again, for somebody who stepped up to the mark. Nothing was too much. Always had a smile on her face. And again, a fairly recent recruit into our community. The person who gets this award helped out in the juniors in the early stages of the season, certainly helped out in the community section, went on to be a guaranteed name on the sheet for the women's team and brings so much to our club. So once again, we're absolutely delighted that she's with us here at Stockport. So the award for Volunteer of the Year goes to Shardy. The final one that I'm going to be giving out is the Club Recognition. The Club Recognition, as I say, an honorary award. This person's already won one award this evening, but deserves everything she gets in terms of applaudit from Stockport Volleyball Club. The club can't run based upon just a few individuals. It does have a management committee behind the scenes. This person is on the management committee, but brings so much more besides that. She single-handedly organised the entirety of our social activities for last year. And that just says a lot about the spirit and the character of this person. So a phenomenal person to have within the club. And the club's recognition award, this honorary award that we do give out every year, goes to Becca. Terrific, Becca. Well done to you and thoroughly well deserved.
Okay, first of all, reflecting on last season, my first season coaching the girls, I think it was their second season in the league. We did well to pick up a few new players, and the girls said that they wanted to eventually go into MVL Div 3. So the season we had a bit of a shaky start, but once we got our players together and training and things like that, I think we won the last 4 or 5 games on the bounce and things like that. And we were top of the league at the time once it finished. And we were awarded the league eventually in the end. We preferred to win it on the court, but you know, we won't say no, we won't argue with it. And then thankfully by the end of the season, we've been accepted into MVL. We've got some new players, but also managed to retain the core of the squad from last year, which we were really, really pleased about. You know, so we're pleased that those girls are still on board. And to our awards, first of all, coach's player. Obviously, Adam and I were talking about it, and found it quite hard to pick. We had one person who, for me, in her position in the league, was the best player in her position, definitely. And then we had another player who led by example, playing a couple of different positions and things like that, and was, always a good member of the squad to have, keeping the girls together and things like that. And like I said, leading by example. So the coaches' players are shared between Shen and Becca. So well done, ladies, both of you. Like I said, Becky, you had to play a couple of positions and you kept the team together. I know a lot of the girls appreciated that as well. And Shen, like I said, I think as a libero, I think you're by far the best libero in the league. So consistent, never let us down. And looking forward to having you back once you've had your baby. Okay, so congratulations from us all, obviously. And also, players player, the ladies voted. It was pretty unanimous. Someone was a clear winner, and again, that was Shen. So well done, Shen. Shows how valued you are between the ladies in the squad. So, but well done to all the girls last year. Like we said, we finished top. We were awarded the league, but we were under no doubt that I personally felt we were in a place where we go on and win it. And thankfully, we're in NVL. Hopefully, there'll be some games soon, and we can get going and showing how much progress we made. But well done to you all, and thank you for being such a pleasure to coach as well.
With the club captains of Stockport. We had such a great season last season. It's such a shame that had to stop so early. But here's Becca with the Comedy Award.
Yes, so I submitted this photo of a certain somebody. I think it's a pretty good reflection of pretty much all of our Saturday afternoons, as this certain somebody spent most of the matches hungover, still managed to get man of the match for most of them. And this is what I had to live with for all my Saturday afternoons when we got home. So here's the picture.
I play for Stockport Volleyball, and 2 days ago I had the great opportunity to meet with Dan, which is one of the guys who play in the men's team for my same club, and we did just few photograph shots all together, and it was amazing. It was a great experience. I really had a lot of fun, and it was my first let's say modeling time. It was really, really funny. In the last picture, you can see Dan, which is trying to warming up the balls between one shot and another. And it was just amazing. Thank you very much for watching, and ciao, ciao.
So the importance of team camaraderie and the spirit in the team going to away games, home games, kind of a locker room mentality. And a class example of that would be going down to the London away game, where Kevin talked to us about his barbecue that he had for Julie's 50th birthday, and he had a salmon, and this salmon started out as a tiddler and ended up being a great white shark. The video that we've got of that is class, and I'm sure you're going to have a good time looking at it. Well,
don't worry, there's still salmon left over from last time.
that salmon's left on the boathouse for the boathouse. That's still in the freezer. You can have that if you ever turn up again.
Convincing with the size of the salmon.
No, the boathouse one was on a small salmon.
What was the salmon?
So even in that 10 seconds went from that big to that big, it grew then.
The salmon that got away was
salmon aren't that big. Let's be fair.
Oh.
Not the ones I buy. Anyway.
That's a trout.
But how big was the one you got?
The one I bought was
bigger.
Of course.
Remember, it's got a head and tail still on it.
So from head to tail?
Not the used to eat it, was it?
I am.
Where did you measure a salmon from? Gilton.
Take the head off, take the back. only measure the front.
Head to tail wrapped in foil.
Remember.
NVL men at the opening script to this recording, we said how well they did. We started off the season thinking, are we going to win a game? We didn't get off to the best of starts. And just as our head coach, Kev, said, he said, you watch, when we get to Christmas, we won't lose another game after that. And sure enough, we just went on this incredible winning streak. I think it started actually before Christmas, but once the lads started to gel together under the inspirational coaching of Kev, things just clicked on the court. And I think we just continued winning, only losing to the eventual champions of Div 1, Leeds, who deserved to win on that occasion. But the awards I'm going to give out for the NVL men are as follows. Start with the Chairman's Award. Again, I was there and ever present, watching every game. Probably have a slightly different insight, a different perspective when I'm looking at it. But actually, when you look at some of the tallying up of the MVPs that other teams awarded when they watch Stockport play against them in competition, there's some degree of consistency in this as well. So we like to think we've got the best libero in the league, and justifiably the Chairman's Award for his Player of the Year for last season goes to Adam Mitchell. Mitch, well done, Adam. Great to have you in the team. Great performances on and off the court, and very well deserved. The other awards that I shall be giving, we've talked about the club personality. We've got another clubman who gets an award for Stockport Volleyball Club. And for last season, easy decision, because this person epitomised all that is good in volleyball. He's certainly a leader within our volleyball family. He couldn't do too much. Nothing was too much for him. And somebody that contributed so much to the success on and off the court for Stockport Volleyball Club last year, including keeping us well fed, was Toby. So Toby, justifiably deserved. You are Clubman of the Year for last season. Volunteer of the Year, again, somebody who steps up to the mark, and somebody else that's been mentioned previously. Nothing was too much. Always would step in if there was an absence of a coach for one reason or another. Would step in and do officiating as well. Was a general good person to have around the club. And we're so pleased that when he finished at university, he chose to play for the sport. So the Volunteer of the Year for last season goes to Adam Mitchell. Well done, Adam. Thoroughly well deserved once again. You're going to have to get a bigger cabinet in your apartment for you and Becca. There's just far too many trophies coming your way at the moment. And the last one I'm going to give is the club recognition. Again, one of these ones that we like to give out on an honorary basis. Club recognition for last season made it easy for me again, because this person, I like to think as every year goes by, there's a little bit more of the Stockport Volleyball Club blood flowing through his veins. He's got a terrific amount of knowledge. He's played at a high standard. He's got incredible coaching ability. As a coach last year, he went on to take the women to their first title, and was always one of our best players within our NVL men's squad. He will continue to coach our NVL women in their inaugural season this year, and we're excited by that when we eventually do get back on court. But the honorary award for last season for the club recognition has to go to Anthony Hignett. Ant, had to come your way, sir. Privileged to have you within our organisation, privileged to have you in the club. Everybody loves what you're doing for the club. You're a phenomenal coach, and we're absolutely sure that things will just continue to improve. We'll get bigger and better as every year goes by under your stewardship. So well done to you, Ant, and big congratulations from every one of us involved with the sport and Stockport Volleyball Club.
Okay, hi there. Good evening, everybody, especially the boys from the National League team. I hope this finds you all in good health and your families, and I hope that continues all the way through this crazy time that we're all living in at the moment. A couple of little things for me to say. Firstly, still devastated at how last season finished. Very, very quick end to the season for us. Very little warning that it was going to happen, although we all probably knew deep down that maybe something was going to happen. I still firmly believe that we would have finished at worst third in the league, but I'm convinced we would have finished second, because I can't see any of the teams that we had left to play last year having taken a result off us. I think would have beaten all of them, and convincingly. The team got stronger and stronger as the year went on. And as far as I'm concerned, it was a great year for us, even though it finished on a bit of a downer. The reason we're here tonight is to let you all know who won the awards for our team from last season. I've got two awards to let you know about. So the first one I'm going to talk about. Hey, have you all known how hard it is to get a bloody haircut? I've struggled like mad. Because Halifax has stayed in lockdown nearly all the time since March. We've never even had the rule of 6 here. So the first award I want to tell you all about is the Players' Player of the Year. And that's quite plainly voted by the players in the team. And we had a joint winners for this award this year. And it was shared between two of the older, more experienced players in the squad, shall we say. Ant and Davids received that award jointly, as voted by the players on the team. Both had a cracking season, as did everybody. And I think everybody was in with a shout of getting something this year, because it was a marvellous team effort. Congratulations to both of you. And the other award that I have to announce tonight is my Player of the Year award. And this one was a tough one for me this year. I spent a lot of time thinking about it, but I kept coming back to the same person time and time again. Someone who joined us, or shall we say, one of the lesser experienced players last season, came into the club, came into the team, learnt a new position, was like a sponge. Everything you told him he tried to do. And I think he had an absolute cracking season and saved us when we could have been in big trouble in the middle of the court. And that's Toby. I think you had a great season last year, Toby. I think most of the other players, or probably all the other players, will agree with me. You did a cracking job for the team and the club. Put yourself about when you had to, move positions when you had to, as did a lot of players last year. I asked a lot of players to play in different places last year at different times. Everybody took the role that they were asked to do and did the best they could with that role. And that's why we were such a tough team to beat. That's why other teams don't like playing us anymore, because they know they're not going to get an easy game anymore when they come to Stockport. So just for me, I just want to say thank you, guys. Sorry I couldn't be with you this year. Hopefully, if my work situation changes, I'll be back around next year, and we can crack on and do a little bit more. Good luck for this season if you finally get to play. And if you do get to play, I will be down at some stage to say hello and watch you. So all the best, guys, and hopefully we'll meet up soon and we'll have a few beers together to celebrate this season just gone. Thank you.